Hey, good morning. Let's talk about how you get yourself to 19 closings in 1 month. I actually want to tell you the story of how I did that myself. Maybe it'll inspire you to do the same. Welcome to today's morning meeting. I'm Greg Luther, the one guy that meets with you every single day to help you in growing your business. And we're going to do a little story time today, talking about that first month that I knew I'd made it as a real estate agent. Was doing really well. I got to the point I was doing 7 or 8 closings every single month. Sometimes we might hit 10, and I was always excited that we hit double digits. But we finally figured something out and was able to get to 19 closings in 1 month. Now, when I say we, I never had more than a buyer's agent. That's all I ever needed. Keep it small, keep it all. But if you can get 19 closings in 1 month, you figured something out. And what I figured out was the marketing side for fixing this problem that so many buyers have. And we're actually facing that in today's market right now. One of the big problems we're facing is buyers can't find what they're looking for, right? So inventory is still low. There hasn't been enough of a price reduction on homes yet. The home sellers want to stick with their 3% mortgage. All of those issues that are coming into play, the buyers end up getting buyer fatigue. They just get tired of it. They're just, I'm going to wait. I'm going to go rent for a while. I'm going to stay where I'm at. So it's really become a problem. And we had that back when I first got my 19 closings. This has been decades ago at this point. But I figured out how to take all of these motivated buyers and go get them properties that are not on the MLS. So when I figured that out, and here's the most shocking number for you of this entire morning meeting here. I closed 19 transaction sides in 1 month. It was 11 houses. You better check that out. 11 houses. How? Because we're able to take these buyers and go out and get listings. See, I always looked at how can I do the opposite of what all these people are trying to teach me to do. They kept saying, you got to get listings. If you get listings, it's going to naturally get you buyers. So I'm thinking, how could I get buyers to naturally get me listings? Because I can very easily get buyers. Can I utilize that relationship I have with those buyers or our need to find them properties in order to go get me some listings? So the marketing that I sent out, sometimes that buyer would buy that home, but other times I would get the listings. 100% of those transactions that month, it happened to be in the month of September, 100% of those transactions came from a letter that I mailed out to homeowners. Some of them, my buyers did buy that home and I got 2 transaction sides. Some of them, my buyer didn't like the home or it wasn't the right price or whatever. And we were able to list that home. So then I'm representing a seller and we get that one to the closing table. Remax or Keller Williams or Century 21 came along and they sold the property. I was able to get that one to the closing table. So this understanding how marketing works, the big turnaround for me, I hear people say all the time, how did you do it? How did you get there? What's the big key? There's no secrets here. Like, I'm willing to tell you everything. I can show you everything. We've documented all that we've done for 24 years now. But when I was really actively selling real estate and I went from 7, 8, 9 closings a month to 19 the very next month, it happened because I realized that buyers can get me a lot of listings if I get good at the marketing side, where I create a sales letter that shows what buyers are looking for and then send that out to their desired area. That's how I made it happen. And to get to 19 close, like, I don't have to tell you, you get a bunch more. It doesn't matter what the number is. It doesn't have to be 19. You might be closing 1 deal a month right now and you get to 3. If that's the case, you instantly start thinking, now that I've got all this extra money, what can I pay off? What can I get rid of? How can I get rid of that credit card? How can I pay off my IRS debt? How can I pay that medical bill? Whatever it is, when you get a windfall of money, you really start focusing in on what's my highest and best use of this windfall that I've received to create an impact in my life. So getting all of your debts down to 0 is the first thing you have to do to start building a real net worth, to get rich, right? To build yourself to a position that you have a significant retirement account or otherwise feel confident, feel secure with where you're at financially. Huge money in short bursts. That's the key. How can I make huge money in short bursts? And the way that we're making that happen, the way agents are making that happen all over the country now, is exactly what I did to make it happen for myself. I wanted to inspire you. I want you to do the same thing. As an Inner Circle coaching member, you have access to new renditions of all of the sales letters that it's not just what Greg used for his business, it's what thousands of agents are testing, and we keep making it better and better and better. Let's split test off of the control. That one didn't work. Let's try this. That one didn't work. The control is still working better. So please keep using the control. We got thousands of people testing this. Oh, look, this one beat the control. Now let's see if we can get 1,000 realtors to use this one. It's working really well. That becomes the new control. That's the one that all of our Inner Circle coaching members are using. And we continue doing that. So the 3 that we've been utilizing now, and you can download them on the members website, is the Chris letter, the James letter, and the Stephanie letter. The Chris and James are both available on the member site. We have 500 and some realtors that are testing the Stephanie letter now, getting superior results, but the James letter is still crushing it out there. So you should be using that. If you are trying to copy what other agents are doing or have done to generate a lot of new business for themselves, 100% of the time it's marketing, right? Marketing, sales copy, what you do and say, how you give your presentations. All of those factors are how you attract the species you're looking for, the buyers or the sellers or both that you're trying to attract. But you have to copy what's actually worked. When I figured that out, it was game changer for me. No longer did I ever have 7 closings, 8 closings a month. I stayed into that higher level. And what you'll find is if you really interview truthful top producers around the country, they're going to tell you that when they hit these new plateaus, it becomes like when they break through the glass ceiling, that glass ceiling becomes their new floor. I'll always be at this. So if they can get to 10 closings a month, that becomes their floor. They now know how to attract approximately 10 new closings every single month. Now they start adding some more things. How do I get to 12? How do I get to 15? But the key is every single agent in America, even the top producers around, started struggling. Started out, how do I get 1? How do I get to 2 closings a month? So for you to get a faster response rate yourself, you can learn from other people's mistakes and you can copy, model what they've actually done themselves to get you to that 3 deals a month or 4 deals a month, to at least get a new floor for you. So this becomes the norm. You have the revenue that you need coming in and can continue growing your business, right? Most of the things you want to do, you can't do it. And it's actually holding back your income because you don't have the money to invest in it. You know, and what I found is, obviously, I've been coaching for 24 years. So a lot of the agents that I coach, when they first get involved with me, they'd like to make a lot of decisions, but they have to keep asking their checkbook for permission. So they're actually holding back their income opportunities because they have to do it their way that they already know gets them 1 closing a month. They already know that's what that floor is going to be because they can't afford to get themselves to 3 a month. Well, what's it really costing you? It's costing you future business. It's costing you $15,000, $20,000 a month to not have those things. So once you find a way to make your glass ceiling your new floor, you're going to do that by copying what other agents are doing. You know, a lot of the members that we work with, if you've been to our live events, you've seen, they're like, here's what I'm doing now. Here's my new floor. I want you to copy that yourself. Ask me any questions you want, and I'll show you exactly how to make that your new floor. That's the type of environment that you want to be in. So everybody that's in our Greg Luther Inner Circle coaching, they're starting out brand new licensees, still working part-time jobs or something, all the way up to been doing this 30 years, closing over 300 transactions a year, trying to position themselves to sell for a significant fee so that they can retire. They already have millions of dollars. They're doing well, but they've been with me for a while in many cases. You have to start somewhere, but you have to decide doing what I've been doing is going to get me what I've been getting. So it's important for me to do something else, add something, bolt something on, whether it's a sales letter, a new approach, a script or dialogue that we're using here. That's what I try to teach everybody inside Greg Luther Inner Circle. And, you know, for me, like, as I started coaching agents, I realized the best thing for me to do is to raise the free line, give away as much free content as you can, because if you can help them to get closings, they're going to stay around. That's why, when I created the website, getfastclosings.com, there's a phenomenal training video on there. Anybody can opt in, totally free, getfastclosings.com. And it actually gives them the value that they need to start closing more business. Because guess what? They end up joining our inner circle, right? The best way to show that you can help someone is to actually help them. That's how you prove it. If I want to prove that I can help someone, go get them some closings. Watch what happens. So, for those of you that are following this channel, hopefully you follow the YouTube channel here. And, every day we do morning meetings. I'm always trying to be creative and finding the best way to present to you, getting out of your own way, beating obscurity, getting rid of the distractions and the procrastination that so many of us face, because we have the #1 problem America has right now. We all work from home, right? So dealing with all of those issues, how do we be productive when we know that's the least productive environment there is? They're actually trying to get people to go back to offices now in every industry because productivity is way down. Why? People are playing around at home. We talked about that on yesterday's morning meeting. So I try to provide as much as I can. Hopefully you are following the channel here and you ring the bell, you turn on notifications so that we can do that. But if you are an inner circle member with us, I would encourage you to look at what can I plug into my business to get an extra couple, 3 closings a month. So that becomes my new floor, that I do this consistently on a regular basis. If for some reason you're not a member with us, open up this video description box down here. Open up the video description box. You'll see a couple of links that will help you, including that getfastclosings.com. So moral of the story, when I started making this happen for myself, it really came down to finding an opportunity to take the current assets you have, which in my case were frustrated buyers that couldn't find a perfect house, and find a way to get that desired result. I went from 6, 7, 8 closings a month to 19 closings in 1 month. That's exactly how we made it happen. So hopefully that inspires you. I want to give you as much content as possible. Any questions you have, as always, reach out to us. Let me know your thoughts in the comments here. Reach us on email. Anything I can do to help you out, I'm here. See you very soon on the next morning meeting. Bye-bye for now.